What's up, everybody? We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. The past couple days have been rough, but I'm going to be assessing the damage and giving my opinions on what I think could happen next for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I'm going to be starting off with Bitcoin, and first thing to notice is we are still trading in this same range that we've been trading in for almost a month now, since we had the beginning of December drop. And for the past month, we've pretty much just been going from the bottom of the range to the top, back to the bottom, and then back to the top again. Now we find ourselves back at the bottom of the range. And if you pull up a volume profile of this entire range, you can see that we're actually sitting just outside of the main volume area of this range. And if you zoom in on the lower time frames, you can see kind of looks like we're actually rejecting off this line, which means we could end up coming lower before we're able to get back into this volume area. And I would actually like to see us come a little bit lower, because if you pull a fib retracement from the bottom of this wick to the high that we just put in, you can see that we actually just missed the golden pocket of this fib. So I am actually hoping that we can come a little bit lower here. I did have some limit orders at this golden pocket that we just barely missed. So I'm hoping we can come lower, because if we get a bounce off the golden pocket and we get a bounce off these previous lows that we saw while we came outside the main volume area, I am expecting a bounce of some sorts, possibly back to the top of the range, or maybe even higher. And another thing to look at is the fact that we're actually retesting this trend line, which we previously found resistance on 3 times actually. Once, twice, 3 times there. We were able to break it on the 4th time. And now we're coming back down to test this trend line, which I think is a pretty positive sign. And if you zoom in, you can see we did actually touch this line. We had a wick off of this level. But since we are finding resistance at the bottom of the main volume trading area, and since we didn't hit this golden pocket yet, I'm hoping we can come back down for a second test of this line while coming into this golden pocket. And if that happens, I would not be surprised if we got a bounce from this area. Now, if we lose this golden pocket as support, the next major area of support I'd be looking for is right down here with the 786, because we actually have a weekly level of support right around the 786 as well. You can see right over here, this first weekly candle had a wick above this line, but it came back down and it closed below it. This next candle had a wick below it, but it came back up and closed above this line. And we also have a wick right off of this level right here. And we have another wick off this level back here. So we have the 786 and a weekly level sitting right there. If we lose this level, then I could see Bitcoin potentially being in some trouble. But in my opinion, this golden pocket right here is very strong support. And if we lose that level, we have another very significant support level right below it. So I am expecting us to get a bounce sometime in the near future, especially since the VWAP on the weekly time frame is starting to turn around. And if we do end up coming down to this golden pocket and retesting these lows of the range, we could also get a bullish divergence on the daily time frame here. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing for Bitcoin right now. Let's head over to Ethereum. So Ethereum still trading in this downward range right here. And like I said in one of my videos last week, it looks like Ethereum is coming down to test the bottom of the range again, and is most likely going to come down to this area of confluence between the bottom of the range and this golden pocket here. and also potentially retesting the lows of this wick. Plus, seems like we could get a bullish divergence on the daily time frame if we're able to quickly come down and test this level and get a bounce. And I am pretty confident that if we come down to this level, we're going to get a bounce because of the confluence between these three support levels. Plus, if I turn on these daily support levels, we do have some daily levels sitting right below this golden pocket. So if we lose this level, I would hope that we get a bounce off either this area or this area. And if not, the next major level I'd be looking for is the 786 of this fib retracement. But overall, seems like Ethereum is doing what I thought it was going to do. And hopefully we can get a breakout of this downtrend sometime soon. And, in my opinion, if Ethereum and Bitcoin can just come down a little bit lower, get a bounce off these golden pockets, we could get some pretty decent moves from them in the short term. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and turning on my post notifications. Really appreciate all the support, everybody. And I will see you all on Sunday for my next video. Peace out.